Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Obama has declared war on Pakistan. He cannot attack directly because of nuclear deterrence. Pakistan too big, too strong. Therefore, the chosen method, fourth-generation warfare, exporting guerrillas, the Mujahideen fighters out of Afghanistan into Pakistan, riling up, antagonizing the Pashtun population, driving them to a frenzy, using that to break up Pakistan and reviving the similar aspirations of Baluchistan, and then you begin to cut into Iran. The Sindhis will respond, the Punjabis. It's a four-way or perhaps more civil war inside Pakistan that is aimed at, with already this other aspect reaching over into Iran. And don't stop there. China has a border. Uzbekistan has a border. Tajikistan has a border, and on and on. India has a border, too. And if they think they'll be immune to this, let's remember 130,000 Muslims in India, and in this great apocalyptic development, what will they do? You put the 160 million Pakistanis together with 130 million Indian Muslims, you get up to 300,000. That's another 300 million. That's a serious force. Now, how is this going to be done? Well, Senator McCain is worried that that Karzai may be assassinated. Oh my gosh, Karzai, beware. You are in the process of being DMized, right? The hatred for Karzai is beyond belief. They say he's corrupt. Well, in Machiavelli's definition of corruption, what is a corrupt society? Corrupt society is a society where there's a huge gap between the super rich and the ultra poor. Afghanistan qualifies. So it is a corrupt society. Any government that reflects Afghan society, and not just them, but basically lots of places around the world, including here, will be corrupt. So if you're saying we want a government that's not corrupt, you're saying you don't want any government at all, and that, I think, is the idea. Weaken the Kabul government, again, as part of this process of promoting the rebellion of the Pashtuns, and the Kabul government should collapse, of course, along the way. And that contagion then can also go to Islamabad as soon as it is finished in Kabul. Let's look at some specifics. New York Times this morning, December 4th, CIA to expand use of drones in Pakistan. 2 weeks ago in Pakistan, Central Intelligence Agency sharpshooters killed 8 people suspected of being militants of the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and wounded 2 others. Now, this means they're killing Pashtuns. The CIA is running Predator drones for assassinations in North Waziristan. The stuff is often controlled from Langley, Virginia. Taliban is being attacked with Hellfire missiles fired from Predator aircraft controlled from half a world away. And we are informed that the Obama White House, Obama has authorized an expansion of the CIA drone program in Pakistan's lawless tribal areas. That would be federally administered tribal areas, Fatah or Waziristan, to parallel the president's decision, which was announced Tuesday. American officials are talking with Pakistan about the possibility of striking into Baluchistan for the first time. In other words, not just kill Pashtuns and rile them up, again, because they blame Islamabad, right? The complicity and conniving of the Islamabad authorities under huge pressure from the U.S. and all kinds of threats is that the Pashtuns who are getting killed say, hey, you Punjabis, you are selling us out. So it's not just a generalized process of violation of sovereignty, humiliation, mortification of the Pakistani national feeling, but it goes together with this exacerbation of the hatred of the Pashtuns for the Punjabis over there in Islamabad, right? This is Brzezinski's micro-states and mini-states. And then if you're going to be doing that in Baluchistan, significantly south, why go to Baluchistan? Well, because that's where Afghan Taliban leaders are believed to be hiding. Hey, what does that mean? Well, we're told that bin Laden is not in he's not in the Pakistan border areas. He's down in Baluchistan. He's in Quetta. It's called the Shura of Quetta, according to this Michael Ware, this British character. Can we say British agent? I don't know, but I'm getting suspicious. So Michael Ware contributed this, that bin Laden is really down there in Quetta with Zawahiri, the well-known MI5 agent. So the idea is now they're going to have a wider war. So the two the two groups that are going to be attacked are the Pashtuns and the Baluchis, and then when you drive them wild, then you've set into motion this project of not nation building, but nation destruction. The goal is nation busting with this entire strategy. So lots and lots of these assassinations. The resentment, of course, is immense. When Hillary Clinton was there in Pakistan a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, these were the questions, right? Why are you cowardly Americans using Predator drones to assassinate wedding parties, peaceful villages? You're killing Pashtuns left and right. And Hillary Clinton toes the line and says, oh, we can't comment. That's classified. Same story with this horrible, witchy Miss Rice, not the old one, but the new one, right? The UN ambassador, Susan Rice, interviewed by Rachel Maddow, MSNBC. What about those Predator drones? I can't comment on intelligence matters. We just kill people. We don't talk about it. Well, talk about it we will on this program and elsewhere. Here's another one. The Nation magazine, Jeremy Scahill, 23rd of November, the secret U.S. war in Pakistan. At a covert forward operating base run by the U.S. Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC, in the Pakistani port city of Karachi. Members of an elite division of Blackwater are at the center of a secret program in which they plan targeted assassinations of suspected Taliban and al-Qaeda operatives, snatch and grabs of high-value targets, and other sensitive action inside and outside Pakistan. An investigation by the Nation has found. The Blackwater operatives also assist in gathering intelligence and help direct a secret U.S. military drone bombing campaign that runs parallel to the well-documented CIA Predator strikes, according to a well-placed source within the U.S. intelligence apparatus. Now, this interesting article, it was the cover story of The Nation a week or so ago. I'm afraid, though, that this has elements of a limited hangout, because we know, and I've talked about this on Russia Today, the Xinhua Chinese news agency, New China, had reported the accusation coming from the Taliban themselves that horrendous bomb at the end of October in the women's and children's market in Peshawar, Pakistan, Pushtun territory, had been placed by Blackwater. In other words, targeted assassination, snatch and grab, parallel Predator drone campaigns, snipers, all this other stuff. But there's more, Jeremy. There's more, dear friends at The Nation. There is what we can call blind terrorism. In other words, putting a bomb in a market where 110 women and children are going to get killed and several hundred more injured. And I will comb through the Jeremy Scahill article and see if we have it, but it is not up front. And naturally, he's interested in targeting Blackwater, now known as, Z Services. The White House does not want to talk about this. Mullen will not talk about intelligence matters. Hey, we're back in the days of Nixon, right? The secret bombing of Cambodia, the incursion into Cambodia, the incursion into Laos. Again, Obama equals all the disasters of LBJ, Carter, and Nixon rolled into one, an absolute disaster. But you get the idea. Between the New York Times, CIA to expand use of drones in Pakistan, and The Nation, U.S. secret war inside Pakistan, you're beginning to get an idea of this huge deployment, the goal of which is to promote that civil war inside Pakistan, because the U.S. cannot attack directly because they're subject to nuclear deterrence. They cannot simply have an invasion fleet, much as they would like to. A couple of sidelights. George Friedman of Stratfor, and this is interesting, this past week on Russia Today, interesting place to find news, he was asked, what do you think the big strategic novelty of the next 10 years will be? George Friedman of Stratfor says there will be an alliance of the U.S. with Iran against Russia. Yes, U.S. to ally with Iran against Russia in the next decade, says Stratfor. That's the Brzezinski line, and we'll be back in a minute.